Here it comes from the Bob Barker Studio at CBS in Hollywood. Television's most exciting hour of fantastic prizes. The fabulous 60-minute Price is Right. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
I'm the End Gamer, and this is a short review for Zengeon.com. Today's game review is The Price is Right games for Wii and DS. How well can a television game show translate into a video game? Let's find out. The first Price is Right game to come out on Wii was released in 2009 on both the Wii and DS. There isn't really much in the way of a time-worthy structure, if you know what I mean. If a contestant was selected for the show, their experience would roughly last about 15 to 30 minutes. So that makes me wonder, how are you supposed to incorporate half an hour's worth of time into a video game? Well, there are two ways to play the game. The first is 3 strikes. The name speaks for itself, as you can earn strikes by not bidding right, failing to move on to the final showcase, or losing the final showcase will get you a strike. Once you get 3 strikes, the game is over. The other game mode is actually the most faithful to the television series. You have 6 tries to try and score the most money possible. Unlike the first mode, you actually have to get past the bidding stage to advance. The games themselves are nothing to write home about. They are just simple point-and-click games with a few motion control-based ones that feel either too weak or too sensitive to master. There are many challenges you can complete in each game, which will unlock a special video from the show to watch. Completing a second challenge in that game will let you be able to play that game at any time. The graphics in the game are nothing special. The games and locations are reminiscent from the show and look alright. The worst kind of graphics is the character models, which move around really awkwardly and look awful. The DS counterpart does not fare much better, as it has only one game mode, and that's the 3 strikes mode from the Wii game. There aren't any challenges, no differences, just a dumbed down graphically inferior counterpart to an already subpar game. The 2010 version suffers like its previous release. There is nothing new at all except more games from the show, and you can buy outfits for your character. It's just as boring and senseless as the last installment. Another problem with all 3 games is that the Price is Right theme is the only song that will play constantly during the loading screens and menus. It's a good theme and all, but it gets seriously annoying when it's the only one of the 2 songs in the game, other being the opening to the show. Another recurring problem with all 3 games is that you can only use one controller at all times. If you want to play 4 players, you have to hand the controller around to the next person. It's not a total malfunction in game design, but it just seems lazy to think that the developers could have added the ability to use 4 controllers for the sake of convenience. The Price is Right games on Wii and DS are difficult games to judge. It follows the TV series quite well, as a matter of fact, but does that transition well into a video game from which we are to be invested and entertained for as long as possible? Probably not. As a video game on its own, it is too short, too boring, and with no reason to come back and play. The Price is Right games deserve a pass.
Bob Barker reminding you, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Good night, everybody!